Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare Lincoln wheat penny coin that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Coin number 1. Today, I've got something truly special for you that will spark excitement in every collector's heart. We're diving deep into the story of one of the most fascinating and rare coins in United States history, the 1917 S Lincoln wheat penny. This little piece of copper carries not only history but also the thrill of rarity, and by the end of this video you'll know exactly why collectors go crazy for it and how much it could be worth in today's market. So don't skip a second, because every detail counts for those who dream of finding one of these gems in their collection. The Lincoln wheat penny is already one of the most iconic coins in America. But when we talk about the 1917 penny minted in San Francisco, we are talking about a coin that stands in a league of its own. The S Mint mark tucked below the date makes this coin instantly more valuable because the San Francisco Mint produced fewer coins compared to Philadelphia or Denver during that era. That alone gives this penny scarcity, and collectors know scarcity always drives the price higher and higher. Now, what makes the 1917 S penny truly thrilling is its connection to history. Think about it for a moment. This coin was struck while America was entering World War I, a time of massive change for the entire world. Each coin minted back then carries the energy and story of that difficult period, making it more than just money. It's a piece of living history, something you can hold in your hand that once passed through the pockets of people over a century ago. But here's where things get even more exciting for serious collectors. Some of the 1917 S pennies have very interesting minting errors. For example, some come with what collectors call the double die error, where parts of the lettering or the date look slightly doubled because of a striking mistake at the mint. Others may have small variations in the details of Lincoln's portrait or the wheat stalks on the reverse side. These errors make the coin stand out from the crowd, and that uniqueness is what collectors crave the most. Error coins can turn an already valuable piece into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure that collectors are willing to pay enormous sums for. If you're a collector or even someone just starting out, here's a little tip: always check your wheat pennies carefully, especially those with an S Mint mark. Look at the details closely with a magnifying glass. Even the smallest doubling on the numbers of the date or tiny imperfections in the design can be the key that takes your coin from being worth a few $100s to several $1,000s. That's why patience, good lighting, and a sharp eye are the most powerful tools in a coin collector's hands. Another reason the 1917 S wheat penny is highly sought after is its condition rarity. Most of these coins were used heavily in circulation and are found today worn down from decades of use. Finding one in extremely fine condition or even uncirculated is like discovering buried treasure. Collectors compete fiercely for high-grade examples, and in auctions these coins become the star of the show. Imagine the thrill of being the one holding such a coin that others can only dream about. Now let's talk about the big question everyone is waiting for: the value of the 1917 S Lincoln wheat penny today. In the open market, a well-circulated example can fetch a handsome amount, but when you step into higher grades, that's where the magic happens. An uncirculated 1917 S penny with sharp details and glowing luster has been known to sell in major auctions for as much as $45,000. Yes, $45,000 for a single copper penny struck over a century ago, and depending on rarity, demand, and the right collector bidding, the price can even push higher in the future. That's the beauty of coin collecting: you never know when a simple old coin in your drawer could turn out to be a life-changing discovery. So, check your wheat pennies carefully, protect them if they are valuable, and never underestimate the power of history and rarity combined in one small coin. Collectors love the chase, and the 1917 S Lincoln wheat penny is a dream find that represents both American history and immense value. So keep your eyes open, keep your passion alive, and maybe one day you'll be the lucky one who discovers this treasure in a forgotten collection or at a local coin shop. Thank you for joining me today on this thrilling journey into the world of rare coins. If you love stories like this and want to stay updated on the most valuable coins in history, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on the next discovery. Until then, happy hunting, and may your next coin be the rarest one yet. Coin number 2. I'm bringing you a story that is going to make your heart race if you love rare coins as much as I do. We are going to talk about one of the most exciting pennies ever struck in United States history, the 1936 Lincoln wheat penny. This coin may look small and ordinary at first glance, but let me tell you, it hides a world of history, rarity, and value that every collector needs to know about. So stay with me until the very end because the details I'm about to share could make you look at this penny in a whole new light. The year 1936 was an interesting time for America. It was the middle of the Great Depression and people were struggling financially, yet the U.S. Mint was still producing millions of Lincoln cents. But here's the twist: although millions were struck, very few have survived in the kind of pristine condition that collectors dream about today. That's what makes the 1936 wheat penny stand out from the crowd. A coin that ordinary people once used for bread and milk is now a piece of treasure that collectors compete for with passion, and if we dig a little deeper, we find that the 1936 penny is not just about survival but also about errors in unique varieties that send its value skyrocketing. One of the most famous versions is the 1936 doubled die penny, where the lettering and date appear doubled because of a striking mistake at the mint. Imagine holding a coin where the word Liberty or the date 1936 looks like it has been stamped twice. It's an incredible sight for a collector and it instantly makes the coin far rarer than the regular version. These doubled die pennies are like the crown jewels of coin collecting because they are not only scarce but they also carry that mysterious charm of a mistake that slipped through the mint. Other varieties, such as small die breaks or slight changes in the design, also exist and add to the excitement. Every tiny difference makes the coin more unique and more desirable. Now, let me give you a tip if you are a collector or even someone just starting out: always check the details of your wheat pennies under magnification. Don't just glance at them, really study them. The smallest doubling in the letters, the tiniest cracks near the edge, or even unusual spacing in the design can mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and a coin worth thousands. Collecting is all about patience and attention to detail, and those who take the time to really look closely are the ones who discover the treasures hidden in plain sight. Another important factor that drives the value of the 1936 penny is condition. Most of these pennies spent years in circulation, passing through countless hands, and by the time we see them today they're often worn and tired. But when a coin surfaces in uncirculated condition, with its original shine and crisp details still intact, that's when collectors truly get excited. At major auctions across the country, coins like this draw fierce bidding wars, with collectors fighting to own a piece of history that looks as fresh as the day it left the mint. And now we come to the big question: the value. The 1936 Lincoln wheat penny, depending on its condition and whether it has one of those famous doubled die errors, can sell for extraordinary amounts of money. In fact, pristine uncirculated examples with the doubled die error have sold in auctions for as high as $20,000. Yes, $20,000 for a single penny that once bought candy or newspapers in the streets of America. Collectors in cities like Chicago and New York have witnessed these coins fetching incredible prices, and each year their demand only seems to grow stronger. This is the thrill of coin collecting. You never know when a little coin in your pocket or hidden in an old jar at home could turn out to be worth a fortune. The 1936 Lincoln wheat penny is living proof that history, rarity, and condition combine to create treasures beyond imagination. So keep hunting, keep learning, and always check your coins carefully because your next find might just be the one that changes everything. If you enjoyed this journey into the story of the 1936 wheat penny, make sure you like this video, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next thrilling chapter. Until then, happy collecting and may you always find the rarest treasures in your search. Coin number 3. I am going to share with you one of the most exciting and talked about coins in American history, the legendary 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. Now don't blink or miss a second of this story because I'm about to reveal secrets about this penny that make it unique, rare, and incredibly valuable for collectors around the world. If you love coins and the thrill of finding hidden treasure, this video is made just for you. The year 1944 was a remarkable time for the United States. The country was in the middle of World War II, resources were stretched thin, and the U.S. Mint had to make some big decisions on coinage. Just a year before, in 1943, pennies were struck in steel coated with zinc because copper was needed for the war effort. But in 1944, copper returned to penny production, and that's where the magic begins. Most of the 1944 wheat pennies were made of copper, but here's the thrilling twist: some rare pieces were mistakenly struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943. These are the famous 1944 steel pennies, one of the most sought-after error coins in U.S. history. Imagine holding a penny that was never supposed to exist, a mistake from the mint that turned into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure for collectors. That's the kind of coin that sends shockwaves through every auction room. Even regular 1944 copper pennies are fascinating, but when you add error coins into the mix, such as doubled die strikes, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes, you step into the world of serious collector passion. These small imperfections make the coin stand out, and collectors are willing to pay unbelievable prices to own them. Every time an error penny comes to light, it becomes the star of the show because error coins are one of a kind and no two are exactly the same. Now let me share a little tip for collectors and coin lovers watching this right now. Always examine your wheat pennies carefully, especially those from the 1940s. A small doubling on the numbers, a slightly off mint mark, or even a faint crack in the die can mean the difference between pocket change and a life-changing discovery. A magnifying glass and good lighting are your best friends when it comes to spotting these valuable details. Condition also plays a massive role in the value of the 1944 wheat penny. Most of these coins were used in everyday transactions and are found today in heavily worn condition. But if you come across one in crisp uncirculated condition with all the fine details of Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks shining bright, you are holding something truly special. High-grade examples always ignite bidding wars among collectors in major auction houses, whether in New York, Chicago, or Los Angeles. And now let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the value of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. A regular copper penny from 1944 in circulated condition is already collectible, but when you talk about pristine uncirculated examples, the price climbs dramatically. And if you are lucky enough to own the ultra-rare 1944 steel penny, you are holding a fortune in your hands. These steel pennies have been known to sell in auctions for as much as $200,000. Yes, $200,000 for a single 1-cent coin that came out of a wartime minting error. That is the thrill of coin collecting. You never know when history, rarity, and luck will combine to deliver you a treasure worth more than gold. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny is one of those coins that makes collectors' hearts beat faster, a piece of American history that is highly desired in every collection. So my friends, keep searching your old jars, coin rolls, and hidden stashes, because the next great discovery might be sitting right under your nose. And remember, every coin has a story, but some stories are worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another discovery. Until next time, happy collecting, and may you always find the rarest treasures on your journey. Coin number 4. We are diving into a story that every collector will enjoy because it is about a coin that hides both beauty and value. The coin is the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny, and while many people may overlook it, true collectors know that this penny can hold secrets of rarity and treasure that make it worth far more than just 1 cent. So stay tuned until the very end, because the details I am about to share may surprise you and could even inspire you to check your own collection more carefully. The 1953 wheat penny was struck during the post-World War II era, a time when America was booming and coins were being used in every corner of the country. Millions of these pennies were minted, but what collectors chase are not just ordinary coins. They chase those with pristine condition or special errors that transform a simple penny into a valuable prize. The thrill of finding a rare variety from this year is what keeps the hunt alive for so many collectors. Now let's talk about rarity, because that is where things get exciting. The 1953 pennies came from 3 mints: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D mark, and San Francisco with an S mark. Some mints produced larger quantities, but when you find high-grade examples with sharp details and original luster, that is when value starts to climb high. Collectors especially prize the coins from San Francisco in brilliant uncirculated condition because they are much harder to find today. But here comes the true spark for collectors: the errors and varieties that make this coin stand out. There are doubled die varieties where letters or numbers look slightly doubled because of a minting error. There are repunched mint marks where the D or S was struck more than once, creating a bold and unusual look, and there are off-center strikes that give the coin a unique character. Every one of these variations increases the desirability of the coin and makes it far more valuable than the regular strike. Collectors know that error coins tell a story of how the mint operated and how a small mistake can create a one-of-a-kind treasure. For example, a 1953 D penny with a clear repunched mint mark has sold for incredible amounts because collectors see it not only as a coin but as a piece of history that can never be repeated. The rarity of these errors is what drives competition and high bidding in auction rooms across the country. Here is a tip for you as a collector or someone who dreams of finding valuable coins. Always check your wheat pennies under magnification. Don't just look at the date and move on. Study the mint mark carefully, look at the edges, look at the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust, and even the numbers in the date. Any doubling, spacing issues, or unusual marks can be the clue that your penny is not ordinary at all but instead a rare error variety worth serious money. Condition is the other golden key when it comes to value. A heavily circulated 1953 penny may only hold sentimental value, but a penny in uncirculated grade with its original shine intact is where collectors go wild. Auction houses in New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles have seen these coins in high grade spark fierce bidding wars because everyone wants to own the best example of this classic wheat penny. The better the condition, the higher the price, and that is a simple rule that is proven true time and time again in the world of collecting. And now let's answer the question you have been waiting for. What is the value of the 1953 Lincoln wheat penny today? A standard circulated example may not shock you, but a brilliant uncirculated coin, especially with a rare double die or repunched mint mark, has been known to sell in auctions for as much as $10,000. Yes, $10,000 for a single 1-cent coin that once passed through the hands of ordinary Americans buying groceries and newspapers in the 1950s. That is the true thrill of coin collecting. History, rarity, condition, and errors all combine to turn a simple penny into a treasure that collectors dream of finding. The 1953 Lincoln wheat penny may be hiding in an old jar, in a family collection, or even in your pocket change, and that is what makes the hunt so exciting. So my friends, keep your eyes open, check your coins carefully, and never underestimate the power of a wheat penny. You never know when you might be holding a fortune without realizing it. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss our next discovery. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your collection always bring you joy and treasure. Coin number 5. I have something truly exciting for you, a story that will keep every coin lover on the edge of their seat. We are going to talk about the 1940s Lincoln wheat penny, a coin that at first glance may look like just another wheat cent, but the truth is it hides secrets of rarity, beauty, and value that make it one of the most interesting coins of its era. If you are a collector or even just curious about rare coins, stay with me until the very end because I will reveal everything you need to know about this amazing piece of history. The year 1940 was a fascinating time for America. The country was just coming out of the Great Depression and the world was about to be drawn into World War II. During this period, the San Francisco Mint produced the 1940s Lincoln wheat penny. The S Mint mark under the date is what makes this penny special because it tells us it came from the San Francisco Mint, and coins from this mint were produced in much smaller numbers compared to Philadelphia. That scarcity is exactly what fuels the desire among collectors today, but the thrill doesn't stop there. The 1940s penny is known for some striking errors and variations that make it a real gem in the world of coin collecting. Some of the most famous include repunched mint marks where the S was punched more than once into the die, creating a bold and unusual look. Others include doubled die varieties where parts of the design appear doubled, and even slight misstrikes that make the coin truly unique. These minting errors are like fingerprints, no two are exactly the same, and that uniqueness is what collectors go crazy for. Now imagine walking into an auction in a big city like New York or Los Angeles and seeing a 1940s penny with a clear repunched mint mark displayed under bright lights. Collectors gather around, inspecting every detail, and when the bidding begins the room fills with excitement. That's the kind of thrill this coin brings because people know they are not just bidding on a coin, they are bidding on a piece of American history that cannot be replaced. Here is a tip for all collectors watching this right now. Never underestimate the power of a magnifying glass. When you are looking through your wheat pennies, especially those with an S mint mark, take the time to carefully study the date and the mint mark. Look for doubling, extra punches, or unusual shapes. These tiny details can turn a simple penny into a valuable rarity. Many people overlook these signs, but the sharp-eyed collector knows this is where fortunes can be discovered. Condition also plays a major role in the value of the 1940s wheat penny. Most of these coins circulated heavily, passed through the hands of millions of Americans during the early 1940s. Today, many are found worn and tired. But when you find one in uncirculated condition, with original luster still shining and every detail of Lincoln's portrait crisp and sharp, that is when the value truly skyrockets. High-grade examples are always in high demand and collectors will compete fiercely for them in auctions and private sales. And now the moment you've been waiting for, the value of the 1940s Lincoln wheat penny today. While an average circulated example may not fetch too much, a brilliant uncirculated coin with sharp detail and full luster can be worth as much as $4,000. Yes, $4,000 for a single penny that once bought candy or newspapers in the streets of San Francisco. And if you are lucky enough to own one with a clear error such as a repunched mint mark or doubled die, the price can climb even higher in the right auction room. That is the beauty of coin collecting, my friends. The 1940 S VDB penny shows us that history, rarity, and a little minting mystery can come together to create something truly valuable. It reminds us that treasures can be hiding in the most ordinary places, waiting for someone with sharp eyes and a love for history to discover them. So keep searching your coin jars, your old collections, and even rolls from the bank, because the next 1940s penny you find might just be the one that changes everything. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss our next exciting discovery. Until then, happy collecting, and may your search always bring you joy and treasure.